We've got some terrible breaking news right here. Scott Hall is on life support. This article is courtesy of the New York Post. I will put it in the actual chat. We always got to give credit where credit is due. So that is in the chat, that article. It says here, former WWE Scott Hall suffered 3 heart attacks on Saturday. 3 of them on Saturday, guys. I've met this man multiple times. I've actually interviewed him also before. Always so nice to me. I have nothing but great things to say about him every time I have met him. And the article says, according to PW Torch, they're reporting that he suffered 3 heart attacks on Saturday night and is now on life support. We are live. We're going to talk about it. If anyone wants to cam up and speak about it, I will put a link in the chat. Also, let me play an intro because we are live. Just skip 30 seconds if you don't want to watch the intro. I want to give people a chance to get notified.
Boy, Young Jizzle, nigga, y'all know what it is, man. DJ Delz.
Peace, man. What's up, y'all? This is Common, and right now you checking out DJ Delz. Stay in tune with him, all right?
DJ Delz, absolutely wonderful.
What it do, what it does, the kid, Mr. R.I.P. himself, Low Soul Case, you ain't no so rocking with DJ Delz.
And with it, y'all, it's your boy, Neighborhood Nip. Big shout out to my homeboy, DJ Delz. No question, Neighborhood Nip.
Delz, Red, man, I'm in the building. Let's get it.
Yeah, so for people that are just walking in here, Scott Hall, ex-WWE superstar, WCW superstar, has suffered 3 heart attacks and is on life support right now. Terrible news. Jones hit me with the text not too long ago while I was live on Instagram. It says Scott Hall, 63 years old, reportedly had a hip replacement surgery last week, but suffered a serious complication due to loose blood clots. He was at Wellstar Kenstone Hospital in GA, and this is all via PW Torch. Hall was originally hospitalized after suffering a broken hip just a week ago. Damn. So he must have maybe fell or something like that. We haven't seen much with him lately. I think he deleted his social media. I don't recall seeing him on social anymore. And he used to be. I literally just walked in the door right now. Let me take my shoes off. It says, under the name Razor Ramon, Hall was the founding member of WCW's New World Order under Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash. Yeah. Legendary. I mean, this movement, I just never forget it as a kid how amazing that was. And he is a 2-time Hall of Famer. And then let's go to this article where it says, let's go into this one. Hit that thumbs up button for the breaking news if you like these pieces of content. Of course, it's sad, man. It's super sad. So it says Scott Hall reportedly on life support. This is via MSN.com. And I will put the article also in there. Hopefully he does make it out. I mean, but look, he's an older guy and he's been through a lot. I wish him the best, man. It says here, WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall is reportedly on life support, has suffered 3 heart attacks. He had 3 heart attacks after undergoing hip surgery. Blood clot went loose following his procedure earlier this week. Hall is widely considered to be one of the best wrestlers of all time. How do you guys feel about that? One of my favorites, definitely. And his character was larger than life. He was good in the ring. He was believable, which is a big thing. But his acting ability in the ring was amazing. The vignettes as a kid watching him with Razor Ramon, I love them, and you could find a lot of them on YouTube still, and WWE.com, I'm sure. I'm taken back by it, man. I am taken back by it. He's Damn Dallas Page says speedy recovery, my brother. and Diamond Dallas Page and him are extremely close. We all know about his demons that he's had in the past, and Diamond Dallas Page, actually, they released a documentary of Page helping him out, getting him clean and everything like that. So yeah, Gerald, for you that just walked in, he reportedly he had 3 heart attacks and now is on life support. Yeah, man, he's the fucking man, dude. He is the man. Heart attacks are difficult for someone over 60. I hear, though, where it's really dangerous is if you're kind of on the young side of things and you're like 30s, is like a lot of people that have heart attacks around that age span, like 30 to 40. That's where it really gets you to like low 40s. We got to, take care of our health. But this guy, can anyone argue and say this guy is not one of the greatest of all times? I would say it'd be kind of crazy if anyone. I don't think there's anyone that would say I'm not a Scott Hall fan. I don't think that anyone would say that. Let's see if any other people that I know. What's this little meme? Yeah, that's him with the title. Man, he was just the effing man, Prayers for the bad guy. Man, and I love this right here.
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last,
but
bad guys do.
Woo! Love it.
Hard work pays.
Love it. That was a great one, man. And yeah, every time I met him, man, he was always super cool. I met him a few times. Yes, man. I did meet him a few times, and man, I'll show you some pictures real quickly. This was the first time I met him. Yeah, I was a little chunky then, right? He's a big dude, man. Look how he towers over me. And when I met him here, he was telling me about how his son, he was so proud of his son wrestling and how he was cool with the Bullet Club guys. And that's why it was a good conversation we had. And this was about maybe 6 years ago, give or take, at WrestleCade, which they have every year, which is an amazing time. And then this was at WrestleCade also, this picture on the left-hand side. He was busting my balls about the T-shirt I was wearing, my Sneakeratic T-shirt. He was like, "Where's my check? Where's my check?" And Kevin, I've interviewed like 3 or 4 times on my other channel, the Sneakeratic, because he actually is into kicks. If you're new to the channel, I have a lot of sneakers, and we were talking about basketball too, because Kevin played ball back in the days, and he loves LeBron James, and he was busting chops talking about Steph Curry. It's a really good interview. It's pinned in the chat if you want to watch that interview, and it should be in the comment section eventually. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys are thinking about all this. If anyone wants to come up and speak their mind, feel free to. I'd love to have people hang out and have some co-hosts to ping pong back off. Let's see. Sean says, let's see, top 5 matches of all times, him and Shawn Michaels, the ladder match. Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Guys, if you could hit the thumbs up button, whether it's live or on the playback, interact in the chat, and share it if you could. I'm wearing the Eddie Guerrero t-shirt, by the way, today. I love this t-shirt. And rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. Says he's got to survive. Yeah, this is heartbreaking, man. Hall was one of the reasons why I turned into WCW when him and Nash were invading. Yeah, man. The outsiders. They were a big deal, man. And I know how close Kevin Nash is to Scott Hall. So my thoughts and prayers to him too. They're very close. Extremely close. I've seen them together a bunch of times. And, when you see people bonding, they have like a brother kind of vibe. And I've seen a few situations where I could tell Kevin Nash really cared a lot about Scott, looking out for him while I was out and about, and was shooting the shit with them. So I really hope that he's able to pull through. But 3 heart attacks is pretty extreme. Man, I chew on toothpicks to be like him, right? For real. We sure did, man. We sure did. Let me see what else is going on this article. Man, look at that photo. Jeez. Terrible news. That was so legendary, man, the NWO. Look at that. Randy's in that. Who else is in that little... Oh, fuck. Who else is in that clip? Buff Bagwell, Scott Hall. Is that Virgil on the side? Macho Man was in there. Ay, ay, ay. Well, let's go to Twitter and search and see what's going on Twitter. I think that'll be a good idea to do that. Scott Hall. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, I was about to go to the gym just now, and I got that text from Jones. We'll look at that TMZ article too in a second. TMZ, they got so many connections. They stay on top of shit. Okay, so look. So prayers to Scott Hall. That's from Eric Bischoff. Mickey James says, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Our thoughts and prayers are with Scott Hall and his family. Thinking of you right now. Sending much love. Sending much health, healing, love, and strength to your way. Let's see. Andrew over here. Andrew Everett. Shout out to the bad guy. Great talent too. Shout out to Andrew. We've actually interviewed him on the show too. So if you're a fan of Andrew, check him out. My thoughts and prayers. This is from Mark Miro. My thoughts and prayers to Scott Hall, who's on life support at the hospital. We spent many years in WCW and WWE together. Some great memories. He recently had hip surgery, but had a serious complication which led to 3 heart attacks. Unbelievable, man. Dave Meltzer, best wishes. Kevin Castle. Shout out to Kevin Castle. Heard about Scott Hall. Not good at all, but of course, hope for the best. Not good, man. I'm just digging through to see what people are saying. Let's see what you guys are saying. Come on, brother Hall. Kick out of this. 1, 2. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right, brother. Bro, today is not the day to wear Eddie's shirt, man. That's bad luck, bro. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? It's bad luck. I wore this shirt. I woke up and threw this shirt on. Explain. Explain. Let's see. I'm just going through the latest tweets. See if any other celebrities have spoken. Wrestling fans that. See, I love this, man. This era right here. This was everything. This was everything, man. Shit. That look with the chains, that Scarface Miami vibe was incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. Give me 30 seconds. I'll play this real quick. We always play these promos when we get like donos, but I just need 30 seconds. Let me keep your eyes peeled. All right. Yeah, I always loved Razor Ramon. What did you guys like better, Razor Ramon or Scott Hall? I mean, I think we all liked them both, but like, which one meant more to you growing up? I'm curious to know. Or you may be a young fan that you digged into the network and YouTube and watched all the legendary matches. Let me know. And once again, if you can hit that thumbs up button and share the video, the more people in here, the longer the stream, man. And if anyone wants to cam up, I'd love to have people come in and talk, share their moments, their favorite moments, their thoughts. Keep in mind, you don't have to cam. You could just call in by clicking that from your phone. Shout out to the Solar Mind, Brandon Lewis, Shinsei. Yeah, Scott Hall, if I had to pick. Okay. So you like, yeah, I mean, that was such a big moment, right? And we were a lot older then. But if you go back and you watch these vignettes of Razor Ramon, they're out of control. They are absolutely out of control. I love this art piece that I have in my background. If you're a regular on the show, let me take off my social media shit real quick. You see that piece right there? I love that West Side Gun art. There's 100 of those made, and it's one of my favorite art pieces that I have. But yeah, it's such a bummer, man. It is a bummer for people walking in. This was the first time I met him. Holy crap! Look how fat I was. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Whew. He's so big. Look, he towers over. I'm 5'9". Towers over me. And then this was a few years ago at WrestleCade, and that photo on the right, on the left, that was or maybe you're right. That photo was when I interviewed him, and you could watch that interview right now if you'd like. It's pinned in the chat. So definitely watch that interview. It was amazing. I never thought I'd be able to get the two of them, but I've interviewed Kevin in the past, so Kevin kind of was like, "Oh, this guy's good. This guy's good." So thank you, Kevin Nash, for being such a stand-up guy, an amazing guy. Really such a great dude. Kevin Nash is. I will never say anything bad about him. It says at 10:40 a.m. Pacific time, TMZ Sports has confirmed. And let me put the link to this article too in the chat. We always have to give credit to the articles. It's only right. He says, "Hey man, just joking and being superstitious. I remember Eddie's death was a big day back then. It was all about how your vibes were going into it, and they were all, yeah, that was terrible with Eddie Guerrero, man. Was a big fan of him. Razor made purple cool. Yes, Razor really did make purple cool. You cannot deny that. That's for sure, right? And he's still making purple cool shit. And he always will, right? When you think of purple, the only two people I could think of is Prince and Razor Ramon. So, let's see what Jimmy has to say. Jimmy, I'm surprised you ain't camming up, bro. WCW had him first as the Diamond Stud. Yes, back in the days. WWE made him into a superstar, and then he took the momentum back to WCW and helped form the NWO. So I'd pick Razor over Hall. Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. I like the way you looked at that. Let's see what else TMZ has to say. So yeah, the him breaking his hip really messed things up for him. Here's Razor Ramon's debut. I don't want to play that. I think that's going to get flagged. I don't want to risk getting flagged. So yeah, there's no update on anything, sadly. But we do wish for the best. Let me continue digging on Twitter. Let's see. Marcus says, bummed to hear Razor Ramon isn't. Yeah. Oh man, let's see. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah, hopefully he pulls through, man. That's such an iconic photo right there. That's that right there, right? Yep. I mean, this is a big loss, Scott Hall. If we lose him, we gotta wish for the best, though. Look at that swag, bro, with the little freaking hair in the front. Unbelievable, man. It's the effing man. He's the effing man. Let me see what the poll got to say on who do you guys like better. And guys, hit that like button, please. We should have more likes in here. It's fun when we have a lot more people here. If everyone would hit the like and a couple of you could share this, we could get way more people in here. And that would be awesome. So as long as the chat's moving, we're gonna hang out. I'm gonna tweet this out again. Scott Hall trending #1 right now. I don't know much about, health and heart attacks, but 3 heart attacks and being on life support doesn't seem that's just not good, man. Got the Wolfpack shirt on. This guy right here. What's his name? We'll shout him out. Commander Z. Let's tell Commander Z that we're just mentioning him right here. He may like that. Let's see. So right now with the votes, 52% is saying that they picked Scott Hall over Razor Ramon at 48%. So if you haven't voted, do that right now. Great photo, man. Great photo of those two. We talking about you live right now. So what did Bruin say? Let's see. I'll never forget when Scott Hall showed up Memorial Day 96 on Nitro. Changed the game. Yeah, Scott Fishman 100. I mean, it really changed the game. Really changed the game. Leaving WWE and going over there. I mean, that was monumental. Look at this guy, though. He just had it. He had the total package. Intimidating look, the accent he had with everything. And he was a big dude, too. He's a big guy, man. He was good in ring. I love that Razor's Edge, too, as a kid. Whenever I play the video games, I always love doing the Razor's Edge, What's he say? Those 2 ladder matches he had with Shawn Michaels were classics, especially the one from WrestleMania 10. Facts. TNA Scott Hall, okay? I like both, but have to take Razor. That's what Mark Palin says. All right. And if you guys hear any news, please tweet me or Instagram, tag me in anything on my social media down in the corner. So I could continue covering this story, especially if it's good news. I'm hoping for some good news, man. I really am. Look at him, man. He's so swagged out, bro. Just look at that, man. It's incredible, bro. He had it. Some guys just have that it, there's a lot, to me, wrestling is split up between talented people and super megastar, it factor kind of guys. And he had it. He is. I hate saying was, but let's not go there, Let's not go there. Let's wish for the best with him. I love this once again.
Dreams come true.
Yeah.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
So good, man. So freaking good. We keep refreshing and see if we get anything new from any talent. Yeah, so if you're just walking in here, 3 heart attacks Saturday night via PW Torch. Maybe we should go check out PW Torch. It's only right. Let me give them a follow too. Shout out to them. Yeah, this is 3 hours ago this was reported. Did you guys just find this out now from the show, or you've known about this for a few hours? Let me know. Not that it really matters. I'm just curious. Let's see. Just want to dig through here. Look at that with the sparks. I mean, come on, man. Look at this guy. You know, you'll watch shit from like the 80s. Oh my God, right? Brandon Lewis, 1, 2, 3 Kid versus Scott Hall, classic. But yeah, I always love that razor's edge, man. You grab him, just drop him. And, you know, after seeing him in person and understanding how big of a guy he was, like that bump, that's a high bump, man. Hey, Siri, how tall is Scott Hall?
Which Scott Hall? North Texas or Holy Cross?
Hey, Siri, how tall is the wrestler Scott Hall?
Which Scott Hall? North Texas or Holy Cross?
You suck. Let me just Google it. Scott Hall height. Okay, he is 6'7". 6'7". That's what Wikipedia is saying. 6'7". Yeah, and it's a shame he never became the actual like champion, because he should have been a champion. Everyone loved him. Everyone that grew up in that era, you know, we always wondered why the hell that didn't happen, right? Let's see. I never liked that T-shirt, man. It just looked like how it faded from yellow to white. I never liked that particular shirt. I like the artwork. I wish it wasn't. It was just all white. And his T-shirts are always really cool. Oh, this must have been that WrestleCade, because look at this. This is the same outfits, I think, from both of them that I'm wearing in this photo, right? Yep. Huh. That's awesome. Let me tell him I just mentioned you on my show live. Yeah, that was at WrestleCade. WrestleCade puts one of the greatest wrestling shows once a year on Earth. I'm just seeing if any other WWE talent has spoken about him, or any wrestlers really. Is that Dan Housing? No, that's just someone with the Dan Housing. Yeah, this guy says first Big E and now Scott Hall. It's been a challenging few days for the wrestling community. Yeah, it's terrible what happened to Big E also, man. It's really shitty. But we could only just wish for the best, pray, whatever, send good energy. What's that? Oh yeah, that's from the Latin. Yeah, look at that. Classic. It's bad luck going underneath that ladder, though. I am a little superstitious. I'm not gonna lie. Here's another fan. Scott, we're all praying for you, brother. That's from Mr. Breaking News. Great photo right there. I don't think there's one fan on the effing planet that doesn't love Scott Hall. Do you know anyone that's not a fan of Scott Hall or Razor Ramon? I don't think there is. Let's refresh, see if anyone else is speaking about it. Any news? Oh, Jimmy the Saint. Look at Jimmy 16 seconds ago. There you go, Jimmy. That's a great photo. With the two sweets. And he's got this piece of paper Jimmy got. I mean, it's not, I don't know what it is, but what it's made of is cardboard or paper, but he gets a lot of people to sign that. Great photo, bro. Damn. Oh, that's a Funko Pop that's available. Oh, man. There we go with that ladder match. Keep that chat moving. If you want me to still hang out, hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet, please. Prayers for the bad guy. Hope he gets well, gets better. Praying for him. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Yeah. And once again, I have an interview that's pinned in the chat. Check out that interview with him. And it's a face-to-face interview. I also interviewed Matt Hardy not too long ago, too, which was really awesome. Check that out on the channel. In-person interview, sit down one-on-one. Oh, that's a great photo, too. Yeah, David, great photo, man. Let me send him that. And once again, guys, hit me on social media if you hear about any new news on this. Because we may break up out of here in a second. Sending prayers to Scott Hall's family. Yeah, look at that. The Nitro. Look at that, man. Dude was the man. He's the man, bro. He's the effing man. Nadia knows. There's another Nitro shot from Aaron Smith. I love that. Love that shit. Toothpick to the camera. Oh, so legendary right there. For life. Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was so freaking crazy. This was basically during the playoffs, right? Or was it even the championship where Dennis flew out? Jesus Christ. So crazy. Give me 20 seconds. Skip if you don't want to watch this little promo. I just need to check something real quick. All right, we're back, baby. So for people that are just walking in here, is a live broadcast. Thank you guys for tuning in here. If you're new to the channel, we do a lot of wrestling interviews. So dig into the channel or just search DJ Delz WWE, AEW interviews. I've interviewed Cross to Matt Hardy to Rhino to So many AEW guys too. A lot of AEW guys. So check it out. Sammy Guevara was a great interview. Just search DJ Delz, DJ Delz. Oh, what's this?
Unless you... There's nothing to be scared of, man. Unless you...
Can you hear him speaking?
Because you try and stop me, man. And then we're going to have a big problem, man.
So fucking good. Excuse my French. He grabbed that whole Scarface thing. Okay, Kappa the Great. Kappa, if you want to cam up, I'd love some company. And hit that like button, man. Show love, guys, please. The more likes, the more we get this show out there more. Mark says, Razor Ramon win over Diesel in 94. SummerSlam was awesome. I believe Diesel had Walter Payton in his corner. I think so. I think you are right about that. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're basically at a standstill now. I'm going to refresh one more time and see what's going on here. Any fan photos? I like seeing the fan photos. Oh, that's classic too, right there. So good. That's from Tyler Destroyer right there. Shout out to Tyler Destroyer 91 on Twitter. Hey yo. Hey yo. That's a beautiful photo. Beautiful piece of art. There's another photo right there. Let me let this guy know that I'm mentioning him. What's his name? Mr. Furley. Ring Eddie. Ring Eddie. Mention your post on my live here. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, so this photo, this was at WrestleCade probably. Well, you never know because it's kind of the same getup. It's a fresh outfit. He probably wore this more than once. But yeah, that's an old photo. I have to see. Look, God, that's an old photo right there. Let me hit him up too. That's Brian right there. Good shots. He got good photos with him. Let's refresh. I mean, this is devastating to wrestling fans. Even if you stop watching wrestling, you know, who doesn't love this guy? Sending prayers. That's Jim Goodwin. Jim Goodwin. That's another nice shot right there. Yeah, he wears that jacket a lot. I mean, that's a dope jacket, you know. Oh, that's a classic photo right there. Look at that photo. Classic. Nash was probably wearing Air Jordan 6s in that, I bet. Yeah, nice. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here's a bunch of good photos here. Look at these pics. This has got to be him in Miami. That's Razor Ramon, definitely right there. Purple, pink pants, right? Got all them chains. He's so fresh, man. Oh, that's such an amazing pic. That's a great photo. Great, great photo. Look how young they were, man. Unbelievable. Time flies, man. I feel like this was like yesterday. I feel like I was like just watching like the pay-per-views in WCW, going to my friend's house and all of us like eating pizza and watching these pay-per-views as kids, I feel like it was just yesterday. This is a classic photo. Classic. Dumpster Baby. Shout out to him. Posted some real good photos. If anyone can get past 3 effing heart attacks and a damn and being on life support, it's him. We just need to know why he's on life support, exactly why. I'm hoping we can find more information on this. We'll get him there. Jesus. Shout out to Chris Van Vliet. He just texted me. Check out his YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys watch Chris Van Vliet. But thank you, Chris. He checked out my Matt Hardy interview. He showed a lot of love just now in the text. That's a nice photo. I've never seen this one. Well, he got the loafers. Like he really played the role so well as Razor Ramon, there we go, Jimmy.
Hey.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, I've been hearing it all morning, man.
I didn't know about this until I went to go try to get these shoes today, which I did accomplish. These Jordans.
Oh, nice.
And I'll talk about that later on the Sneaker Addict when I go live. I was just cruising and I was on Instagram, just streaming. And Jones texted me. He was like, "Oh my God, Scott Hall is in a coma." I was like, "Holy shit!" Oh, wow, life support.
Yeah. I mean, 3 heart attacks. I mean, that's a lot for anybody. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a whole lot, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was pretty cool whenever I met him. I've met him, X-Pac, and Nash at separate times. Nash was like at some type of DFW toy store. It's been on a few like other toy blogs and stuff.
Lee, nice photo, Lee.
Yeah, Hall was at one of the WWE Accesses. X-Pac was also at Access. All 3 of them were super cool and everything. Some of my favorites. But Razor was, I never knew of Scarface. When Razor had those vignettes, I was like,
yeah, we were very young. We were super young then.
Yeah, I don't think my parents would allow me to watch Scarface.
No, I didn't watch Scarface till a little bit later at my friend. Shout out to my friend John Franco. That was his name. He's a heavy Italian guy.
I didn't watch it until all the rappers mentioned it on MTV Cribs.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe it.
To me,
he's been through a lot, man. That's the thing. His body's been through so much,
Yeah, there's an E60 that talks about his demons. There's a lot of people on there, from Stephanie McMahon to I think Diamond Dallas, to him narrating, stories and stuff, right from the get-go before he kind of went to the AWA to WCW, WWE, back to WCW, like there's an ESPN E60 out there. I'm sure guys can find it. It may even be on YouTube for all I know, but that details some of his demons way before Diamond got with him and got him back on track.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice photo. A little autograph you got there. Yeah, I got the 3-pack of the Hogan, him, and Nash. I was really looking forward to getting that signed. You know, but I mean, that don't mean shit. As long as he's fucking get through this, I don't give a shit about that autograph. At this point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, to me, he also made vest cool.
The curtain call with the figures.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wow, that's freaking awesome. That's from Figure Kingdom. So cool.
So many people are creative with their poses and figures.
That's amazing.
Photography.
That's great. I love that.
That looks straight out of Madison Square Garden right there when that happened.
Yeah, with the blue cage in the background and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Oh, look at all this art here. This is great. That's nice. I've been thinking about the bad guy a lot today. Stay strong.
See, even when he went back to WCW, he still had that Razor swagger with the toothpick, the gestures. I mean, even when he first came on there, he was talking kind of like how he did a Razor, calling Eric Bischoff, "Relax, Chico."
Yeah.
Relax. And then, I know obviously
keep talking. I gotta take a leak so badly. Okay. Keep talking.
Yeah. So WWE, I think at that time thought they were infringing on the characters, so they sent a lawsuit over to kind of be like, yo, y'all guys haven't even said his name on there, but you're implying that Razor Ramon is invading WCW. And he was talking exactly like how Razor, when I wasn't back in '96, the internet, I guess you say spoiler community wasn't up to par, I guess, like where it is now, where who's gonna show up or who's leaving or who's got signed, like it's not as prevalent as in back then. So when you saw him pop up on TV, you're like, whoa, and he, made it sound like he was invading on behalf of the WWE, and I was like, oh crap, like what the heck's going on? And everyone alluded, like, you got a guy from another organization here. And then, eventually, behind the dealings, you had a lot of people's lawyers talk to each other, and Hall and Nash, I think, had to announce, they're like, Eric Bischoff asked him point blank, do you still work for the WWF at the time? And they both said no, and then, went to the whole spiel and everything like that. But then you always wondered who the third guy was coming in with them, because they had a lot of friends, from HBK. And, I didn't think Hogan until later was going to be the third guy, but I always thought it could have been Shawn Michaels could have been the third guy at that point, the Bash in the Beach. I don't think it would have made as big impact as Hogan did when Hogan showed up and became the guy.
That was so crazy. Like, his Hulk Hogan is like, he was like everything back then. You know what I mean? And like, you'd never expect him to be the bad guy. Like, you'd never expect him. So and then they were throwing so much shit into the ring.
Oh, dude, fans were like pissed. I mean, I haven't seen that happen in a long while where garbage was filling in the ring. I saw it like a few months ago. I just can't remember who it was. Oh, it was Matt Cardona when he won the GCW title.
But GCW is a special place,
They didn't like him because he was definitely rubbing it in on him, calling him the GCW universe.
And he's not like that kind of guy,
Yeah.
Like that they're used to. But Matt Cardona is doing a wonderful job. I've never been a fan of him,
No, I liked him when he was Zack Ryder.
I never really liked it,
When his YouTube was popping with the whole internet title and everything like that, which he actually lost, and then he got it back to somebody in GCW. I think he's got the NWA title. He's got like 6 titles right now.
Yeah, he's doing great now, man. I'm very impressed with him, because for me to not be a fan, and then be a fan now that's big, You recreated yourself and won over people.
That was a big moment right there when they came back.
Yeah. That's huge. Such a major moment, man.
Mm-hmm. They went after the big dogs too. They had programs with Austin and The Rock.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Look at that. That's another great photo. That's from the Foley chick.
Oh yeah.
I'm sending out prayers to Scott Hall. It's been reported that he's on life support after scuffling multiple heart attacks last night. He had hip replacement surgery last week and complications. Yeah, man. I just hate when it's, you know, people we love that we watched as a kid. You never expect like that day to come where we could possibly lose them. You know what I mean? Like for instance, DMX. Like when DMX passed away, I still can't believe DMX.
I was about to say that. Like, I think I told you one time. I've never, like I know the kids nowadays. They idolize some of the newer rappers coming out. So I guess Triple Extension, they called him X2. So when he died, someone at work's like, "Yo, man, it's like you hear X died," and I was like, "DMX?" It's like, "No," and he's like, "No, no, no," and I was like, "He's like, sorry, man. Like, no disrespect to Triple X Extension, but." The only one that I know as X is DMX,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, and it's sad that he went away too, because it's like your heroes are going away.
Yeah,
You know,
but I always say this when it's legends that pass away. And good afternoon to everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're from around the world watching. As we get older, unfortunately, the people we watched as kids, they're going to be even older. So, that's when you start seeing more people pass away. Like I know me when I'm a kid, when I was a kid, I would always hear my parents, "Oh my God, this one died, or this guy died, or this woman died," and you'd be like, "I don't know who the hell they are,"
I think
Um,
one person that died that me and my parents were on the same
mhm.
board was when Selena died. That was so sad, and we were all sad as a whole. It wasn't like, who is this? Like, I knew who she was.
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up if you would. It definitely helps. And share this broadcast so we can get more people in here. And we could all just talk about it. Oh, look, see, this is old school right here. Look at this. Look at him with the mustache and everything. Like you would never think that's Scott Hall, you
Mm.
know?
I just see him with the Intercontinental title.
But that's just crazy. He looks like mad old in that photo.
Yeah. Have you ever seen his AWA days where he had the thicker mustache?
Yeah.
Like he literally looked like a adult star.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
yeah,
100%.
I was like, that's crazy. But he made that IC title like really, really relevant.
Mhm. Oh yeah. I mean, the IC title when we were kids was a big deal.
There's
It
some
was.
people that made it. I know when the Miz had his run, he made it seem like that's what he said. He said when I was a kid, that
Mhm.
title was important. He brought a bit of prominence back to it
Yeah,
when he
he
had
sure did. He sure did. I got to give credit. And then that whole thing with him and Daniel Bryan was amazing.
it.
I love that.
I need to get an old school. I like the old school the old school titles better than the newer ones.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna have to get a replica of that too one day.
Yeah. But yeah, man, once again, for people that are just walking in here, unfortunately, Scott Hall has suffered 3 heart attacks and now is on life support, which is terrible, man. I
Mhm.
mean, this guy is a legend.
He's entertained us for so many years and everything like that, and he lives on because we all remember. And there's a lot of things that happen in sports and entertainment that come and pass, but there's always stuff that you remember, and a lot of what he
Mhm.
did. Everyone's bringing up memories whenever him and Shawn Michaels took on each other for the ladder match, or the NWO, or Memorial Day when he showed up. Or
Oh
even
yeah,
just the curtain call, or he just had so many moments.
yeah. The timeless moments, man. Like absolute timeless freaking moments. And it's surreal to even be having this kind of conversation in my eyes. Like I just can't believe like we're actually talking about this. But at the same time, this guy, you know, he's gone through a lot of shit, man, and he's gone through some very difficult times in his life. So you know, um,
I
I
mean,
would
who?
like t-shirts too, man. I have this like black and gold one that's so fire. I wish I knew where it was.
I
He
knew
got
Drake was rocking that one with his face on it. The one that you said it faded pretty good.
Mhm.
But he was.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one is sick.
Yeah.
I like this one. I'll put a link in the chat if anyone wants it. Actually.
I may want to get the Hostile Takeover where it shows him and Nash around
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
I think that's still on the site. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah.
Scott Hall T. I'll put that in the chat if anyone wants it because I have a feeling it will sell out like super quick. And you know everyone's gonna want to wear his shit right now too. Show support. Yeah, I put that in the description too. Let me see what others. I just searched Scott Hall. Let me see. Maybe Razor. May have like there's Razor Ramon. Yeah, he's got a lot. They got a lot of more Razor Ramon stuff here. Oh wow, some of this stuff is on sale for good prices.
Yeah, they usually put stuff up on clearance every so often. Usually, you'll hear about it during the shows, during SmackDown or Raw, where it's like, hey,
$13.99. I may go with that bad guy tee after I leave. Let me write that Razor Ramon tee here. Tees. Yeah, because that's pretty kick ass too. Those tees. And I'll put that in the description for people that may want to get that on the playback. But yeah, man, very sad news. And once again, check out the interview I did. It should be pinned in the chat. He says, I like the ramp up to the Razor's Edge, similar to Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin music and the Rock's Elbow. Yeah. I just, as a kid, I always loved that, man. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I have the West Side Gun artwork right there with Razor. Right there.
The Hostile Takeover shirt, if you type in NWO in the search, you should pull it up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that in 1 second.
Yeah, that one's 50% off, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's like $13.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of his stuff is on sale right now. NWO. Oh yeah, let me put a link to this too, guys, to make it easy for you. I know it's a lot easier than searching and doing all that shit because I do think that a lot of this stuff may go quick, you know?
Yeah.
It always happens like that when it comes down to NWO tees.
I mean, every so often I go on there and just buy shirts. I usually wait till stuff goes on sale.
Yeah, that's the key. That is the key.
And there's always like new. There was a really cool Rhea Ripley shirt that I saw. That was like, I may cop that. And then when Bad Bunny did his Royal Rumble thing, they had a one night only, and they had his logo on the back, his Bad Bunny logo. And I was like, I may have to get that.
Yeah, I picked that up for like $10, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah, it's Bad Bunny merch, you know. It's like that may be easier to get than his actual merch at his concerts. So, oh, Mabel, I remember him.
Oh wow! Oh, that was the first wrestling match you ever been to? Yeah, I hope he pulls through too, bro.
I think all of us out there who had little siblings remember putting them in the Razor's Edge.
Oh
slamming
yeah,
them on the bed.
This is a fire tee right here. Is
Yeah,
this
the third man.
$13? Jesus. They
Yeah.
got it in the large. Yep. Yeah. Once again, I put a link in the chat if you're looking for it. Look how young they look. Look how young Hogan looks. It's crazy. It's like time goes so fast, man.
Yeah, hard to believe 1996 is now considered a while back.
Oh yeah, this Hostile Takeover tee is sick. $13.99, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now's the time to buy them.
It's got a little purple and gold on it, you know. I know that's WCW colors, but
you know what?
Colors.
You know what tee that would look good with? I think. Let me know if I'm right. This right here. You think that team would look good with that?
Yeah.
Let me go big screen. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I may have to get that T-shirt to match these new Jordans I got.
Those are dope.
Yeah. Oh, I love these now. Yeah, I may have to get that one. $13.99. Shit. Let me know, guys. What was your first wrestling show you ever been to? Too. I never got the opportunity to watch Scott Hall or Razor Ramon wrestle. I didn't go to wrestling shows as a kid. My family never took me to them, and I was a huge wrestling fan as a kid. Like I was obsessed with it, man.
My dad took me to a couple. I remember. I think my first one was a house show, and it was a prelude to the Attitude. I think Hall had already left. So, but Brett was still there. It was like maybe a 8-man tag for the main event. I want to say it was like the Hart Foundation against I want to say Stone Cold and maybe the Legion of Doom and some other guy. But it was a house show out here in Fort Worth, the Will Rogers Coliseum. None of the big lights or anything like that. Just a ring and the entrance and everything like that. But it was a good show. I remember bringing my signs and everything like that. And then when the Attitude Era kicked off, my dad took us to a couple of Raws, and I think we went to SmackDown. We went to a couple of pay-per-views. There was a triple main event that they had called Fully Loaded.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I think the one where Rikishi jumped off the cage and landed on Val Venus.
Holy shit!
Watched that. Like my dad was heavy into it too on when the Attitude Era was in. Like he enjoyed when Stone Cold and kicked Vince's ass all over it.
That's awesome, man. Like with me, my father just didn't get all that. You know what I mean? Like I would beg him, please I want to go to a wrestling match, but he just wasn't. He wouldn't take. He'd take me to the movies and shit like that, but never wrestling matches. And there was this place would be called Westchester County Center. For you New York guys in Westchester County, it was like in White Plains, and they'd have house shows there from time to time, and it was not that far from me, but I never was able to go. I went to my first wrestling show maybe like 10 years ago, and it was Raw, and I had a blast. It was so good.
Whenever the territory days were still intact, I think World Class Championship Wrestling. When down here in Texas, the Von Erichs were like kind of like the Hearts were to Canada, and they actually had a show in my high school, and I remember I got a picture with Kerry Von Erich in the ring and everything like that. That was my first time in the ring, and when you're a kid watching it on TV, you're like, oh, it's like a trampoline. It is not like a trampoline. That turnbuckle is hard as hell.
Yeah,
that ring rat. I mean, it was pretty hard as hell. But we got to go in the ring and take a picture with them and stuff like that, and it was so cool.
Yes. Oh, that's a nice art piece too of the three of them. $24, 18 by 24. That's about the size of the artwork I have behind me. Oh, I have that stupid stuff. Let me get this damn shit out of here. It's about that size. It's a pretty nice piece right there for that price.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of this stuff's going to go quick now. And hopefully he pulls through, man. Goldmist says Survivor Series, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena triple threat for the spinner.
That was a good match.
Yeah. AF3 about to get that spinning belt. That was a great battle, man. I want to see you back in the arena. Maybe we get you in a couple of weeks.
Not during Mania weekend, but maybe sometime after that. It's coming up at the end of the month.
That's so sad because Mania is right around the corner.
He was supposed to be, I think, at WrestleCon. I mean, even if hopefully if he pulls through, he's good and everything there. But I don't think he'll appear at the show. Probably take it easy if he's able to pull through this.
What's this shirt? That's a cool shirt. It's got all the boys on it. Oh, it even got Macho on there. Is that Lex Luger on there with him? looks like
No,
that.
or is that Jeff Jarrett?
No, Jeff Jarrett. They wouldn't have Jeff Jarrett looking all jacked
No,
up
that's
like that.
Lex. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Lex.
it is Lex. That's strange. No Hogan on there.
It's the Wolfpack.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm
Yeah.
tripping. Oh look at that! Got a Christmas sweater that lights up for $20. I'm gonna have to buy this.
Yeah, now's the time to buy Christmas sweaters because they jack up
$20 and it like. Do you have no idea? Have you ever seen these in person or on video? Someone wearing it because Jones has one, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. It literally lights up. It's so effing crazy. As soon as I'm done with this broadcast, I'm buying that.
I had a Ghostbusters one that lit up.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
They got a large, and hopefully I will stay at a large. Let's pray that I don't lose myself and become fucking this. God, look at me. What the hell, Delz? I'm not as bad there, but I feel like I've lost some good weight. I'm getting there. It's slowly but surely. But yeah, let's go back. Go ahead, please.
It reminds me of when Mayer dropped his weight and he sees the pictures back then, and he's all calling himself. He's like, "Man, look at me." He's like, "I was a fat ass."
Yeah,
stuff like that. And I was like, "That's hilarious." But he dropped shoe sizes, so he had to. I didn't know it did that too.
He was a lot heavier than me, though. I think, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're making me feel some sort of way, Jimmy. No disrespect to Mayer. I love Mayer. I mean, I've had Mayer on my show, I think 4 times, also on my other show, The Sneaker Addict. But yeah, there's no updates of what's going on with him.
To me, TMZ would be probably the first to update on anything happening.
Keep the chat moving, guys. If you want us to keep going, please. And if not, I may come back, and if there's any updates, always hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, DJ Delz, Facebook around the other corner.
The Nitro set, man, gives me memories of the Monday Night War. I hated when they changed it after a while, after Russo and them came.
Mm-hmm. Are you a Russo hating kind of guy? I actually like Vince Russo, but
I like some of what he did, but then when you hear stories of stuff happening where, he may take responsibility. Like I thought that when he became a writer on Nitro, and he started having Juventud Guerrero trying to like imitate The Rock, that he was trying to tell everybody I was responsible for this and that, and I think Jeff was just over there just cutting a promo when he said he was Vince McMahon's secret weapon, but at the same time he had that funnel where Vince didn't approve everything, and then you saw it spill out on Nitro when a lot of crap just was like, what is this? How many something on a pole matches can we have? And giving Arquette the title was not, and calling it a prop. I was like, come on, you got to put some respect on the legends that had it before. Don't put it on some Hollywood dude, But
I think what he was trying to do was something different that would kind of fire the people up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get what you're saying 100%. Chad, how do you feel about Arquette when he got that title? Did that bother you? Did that light a fire in your ass, or not in it? But I mean,
I wasn't a big WCW guy, but at the same time, I was like, really? Like, come on, like, I know it got the headlines on the entertainment newses and everything like that. But at the same time, when you're friends with people who don't watch wrestling, and then they're like, okay, what? Oh, I heard Arquette have it. What the hell? I thought you said this stuff was like, pretty, like there's a lot of tough guys and stuff in there, and I'm just, it's hard to argue against that. It's all like, it's like it is what it is. I told him, I watch WCW on occasion, so I don't know what their reasoning behind that, but you had Steve Austin as champion on the other channel, so a lot of people always were behind him and saw him as a, it's like, you don't want to get in a fight with Stone Cold.
See, because thank you for posting this. this is where I was gonna go. Fear the Deer 85 says WCW was already dying when Arquette won the title.
Yeah.
So we were just trying to put some life in, like get people to keep people's eyes. I got this. I never showed this yet. The two
Becky
belt.
two belts. Yeah.
I like this one. I like this pop right here.
Yeah. As soon as it went live on the website, I got mine, and then they delivered it like 2 days later.
I can't wait to get that 3-pack with Razor, Ramon, with Scott Hall, Hogan, and Nash. I've always wanted that like a 3-pack of those guys.
I think I tweeted at Funko saying that they should make that, and a 5-pack of DX. With Triple H, China, X-Pac, and the New Age Outlaws. I'd be like, that's one of the ones that I would love. I hate those big packages. Pause. But basically a Funkos where it's like the 5-pack and everything like that. But yeah, that's crazy.
So guys, I'm talking to a bunch of friends from all over the country. They're able to find these pretty easy at Target. So if you're looking for a chase, these AEW chases, go to your Targets, guys.
I haven't seen one in mine.
I was able to get 2 of them. And one is going to Jones. Actually, both are going to Jones because he's going to be in town next week.
Okay.
So we're going to be able to get those autographed. If you need any autograph of him, hit Jones up. He'll do that for you. I'll speak for Jones. We'll get that done for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I actually have any Moxley figures.
I'm trying to think if I have an extra one. If I do, no, I don't have shit. You know my situation.
Yeah.
I
never made a Funko, I don't think, of Dean, did they?
No.
I don't remember one.
No, they had the Shield stuff. They had a Shield 3-pack. I remember it was a Toys R Us exclusive, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a Walmart exclusive. Excuse me. And they had those masks. It would come with the masks. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash turned the wrestling world upside down, and nobody can ever take that away. That's, dude, Jake, 100%, bro.
They did business where basically, what was the favored nations clause, where anybody that came in after them could not, if they made more money than them, then they had to up their pay to where they were a little bit higher than the new guys coming in. And I was like, that's smart.
Yeah. You got to look for that red sticker. And it'll say Chase, 1 of 5,000. But 5,000 pieces is a lot of pieces. They started off with, it was like 1 in 1,000. I'm glad they made more pieces so that people can get that Chase.
There was some Jericho one that went on sale that I saw an alert to it, but I didn't go after it. But it was one of those, 1 of like 3 or 5,000.
I recently got this Jericho. I forgot what he nicknames himself.
Oh, the Painmaker.
Yeah, Painmaker. And then I got FTR. I like FTR a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they get the respect. To me, they're the best tag team in that organization.
Yeah, I really am a big fan. I would love if Jim Cornette would manage them.
I hear Brett might be a possibility.
Yeah, I love Brett, but I think
he doesn't.
he needs a nice mouthpiece. I got this Chase here.
Yeah,
Jake.
I've been looking for him. I've been seeing the regular. I wish.
Go ahead.
I wish the WWE ones would label it like a Chase on the box.
Yeah,
you have to kind of know what you're looking for, and if you see them.
Do you need that? If you need it, I got you.
Yeah, man. If you see one.
Okay,
that's cool. I like Darby.
Yeah, this the Darby. And I really am a big fan of Darby Allin. I'm a big. And you know what? Shout out to Sting, man. I know you may not agree with me, but Sting is really making. He's like I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. He's really continuing his legacy at AEW. I know
you pray he don't get hurt though. Like that spot looked dangerous, and I think even I want to say there was a thing that Seth Rollins, when he had a match maybe a while back ago, Seth Rollins texted whoever he was going against. He's like, "Hey, man, don't hurt him." Like, because he always like, yeah, I remember they said that when that accident happened in WWE, he went out and he was all like, "Sting, I'm sorry," like da da da. Sting's like, "No, no, no, man, it's my fault." And everyone would always blame Rollins. They're like, "Oh, Rollins is dangerous in the ring," but Sting was all like, "It's my mistake. Like I didn't do, when I should have, I didn't tuck in my neck like when I should have." And good to see that he's still continuing, but I worry about him.
Yeah, when I did a video too, my first AEW show, and I did a vlog, and that was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and Sting jumped off of the ropes to the outside of the ring, and that was, to me, like, so amazing. Like, but at the same time, you worry about someone of his age hurting himself, right?
Well, I watched that Eddie Kingston thing, and I worried about him because he was so high up. They power bombed him from the ring apron to a table, and Hager had trouble picking him up.
I mean, that's a high ass jump.
He still landed on his neck. I know he grabbed his hands like before he hit the ground and everything like that, but the way he was angled, it did not look good. I felt, I'm not the biggest Eddie Kingston fan. But at the same time, I was like,
where he was. You're talking about the spot where he was hitting Matt Hardy up from like the balcony area, and then jumped out off that level.
No. It was I think this is past Dynamite. Eddie went in the ring to try to get Jericho to shake his hand, and Jericho brought out 2.0 and a couple other people, and they formed a new group.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jericho. Jericho is looking good again, man. Right?
Finally.
Oh, but I mean, it's not easy, though. But shit, man.
I mean,
doesn't he look younger?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if, like, if I was running an organization and, you got there first, I would expect that you'd be in tip-top shape at the beginning. It's been a couple of years, and, I'm good to see. I don't know if it was at the behesting of, whenever people saw him like on the NBA, what was it? The one with Charles Barkley and Ernie and Shaq and them. I think he was on there, and a lot of people were commented on his physical physique, and and I don't know if that got to him or Cornette or people just kept talking. But
he looks great.
Yeah,
he looks amazing now. He looks 10 years younger, in my opinion. This was the Stinger jump that I thought was insane. I did a reaction video on this channel, by the way. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. YouTube already demonetized this damn video. And to play all these ads and stuff, I always got to pay this StreamYard company money. So if you ever want to send a Cash App or a PayPal or a Super Chat, feel free to. It helps every month paying that off. But this is
YouTube.
The jump. Yeah, YouTube's the worst.
All right, let's react to this right here. People keep telling me I got to react to this. Oh, my God. This dude is wild. He's 60-some years old. Bang! Holy jeez. Stinger!
Is wild. He's 60-some years old. Dang! Holy.
Stinger!
Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt, and I am hanging out with DJ Delz.
And we can't wait to see the Hardys back. We're going to see them back?
We cannot wait. Every Saturday. Every Saturday, yeah. On the Twitter.
And check out that interview with me and Matt Hardy. I just can't believe I got to sit down with him for I think 25 minutes. And thank you, Rabbi, too, by the way. A friend of mine for very, very long time. And, us New Yorkers, we always stick together. So much love to Rabbi Hardy, the whole Hardy family. Love them. Love them.
That table spot, I was also like, man, he was pretty far away. Like, anytime these wrestlers do, when Shane would jump off from the outside to the announcer table, you don't realize how far that is.
Yeah, I mean, it was really far. That could have been really dangerous.
I saw Grayson Waller do something like that on he's taking on LA Knight in a Last Man Standing, and he put the guy on the announcer table. Or he put LA on there, and he did his elbow drop, and I was like, "Holy crap, that is a far, far jump."
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like these guys, how they like. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to do a whole new legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! What is going on here? Excuse me. I feel like he's going hard because he wants to keep his legacy going. You know, like people are talking about him. You know, because it's insane. Like I'm trying to pull this clip up. Let me show you this one right here. This one was at the North Carolina show, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. Oh shit! What are we doing here? What is going on here? Can I make this big?
I don't know with TikTok. TikTok's kind of weird.
Hold on. Shit. Come on, you prick.
Because it's always like mobile, I think.
Yeah. God, let me try to refresh this. Because this was a crazy spot he did too. Well, this stupid thing is in the way, you piece of crap. Is there a way I can follow my TikTok, Real DJ Delz? Check that out because they're giving me shit right now. Oh no, maybe I can search DJ Delz thing here. Oh, this was another spot he did. Oh no, this was a different.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jeez. I'm like, you know, you love your wrestlers, but you don't want to get them hurt. You know, like with Big E, like even Rich Holland. You know, accidents happen like that. Rich Holland was the guy that I think that suplexed him. They said a lot of people from like right as soon as he was admitted, they went and visited him and everything like that. I know a lot of people were giving that guy crap. And they're like, "Oh, he hurt Big E," and he's like, you know what happens? Like he went to go check in on him and everything, make sure he's all right and good spirits.
Mm-hmm. He's just such a big guy, you know. That spot shouldn't have happened, you know, in my personal opinion. But what's done is done, you know. Let's see. It's been placed in life support 15 minutes ago. Let me see this article here if they have any updates on it. Guys, if you haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. Nothing yet. No update. Yeah, we don't have anything. I gotta go and go ahead, please.
I mean, even on like when I used to watch WWF Superstars on Saturday mornings, well, even when Razor came out and took on, you know, he's gonna tear up the job guy, but it was always cool because they did, you know, like the sparklers and everything like that. He had the entrance, he did maybe an interview too, and it was just always like, oh man, like you could tell who were the stars, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these guys are larger than life characters back in the days. They're just amazing. They were so amazing. Scott Hall, I just hope that Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, whatever you grew up with, both for a lot of us, I hope he pulls through, man. I really do hope he pulls through. Because he's a legend, man, you know? And I just hate to see him go, you know. I really would hate to see him go, but every dog has his day, you know. And we all got our day, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I would say him, and a lot of hosts of others helped make wrestling pop. You know, back in the day, you used to just not tell your friends that, especially if they weren't into wrestling, because they'd be like, "Man, you watch wrestling?" Now it's just larger than life. It's popular. It's in
I don't know, man. I think that it's different now, man. My friends, the ones that I have, that like they're not into wrestling. They think that shit is silly now. Like I know they're probably laughing at me, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, when people try to bring up, you know, why they don't like it, and I'm all like, listen, It's like you're watching what shows do you watch? Well, it's like
Mhm.
it's a scripted show as well and everything like that, you know. And it's like it's not you're gonna tell me wrestling's not real, even though these guys are taking serious bumps and everything like that. It's all like,
Yeah,
listen, Iron Man 3 is not real, you know.
exactly.
Exactly.
100%.
But I think now it's more, you know, like and I remember in high school, me and maybe a small group of guys would always keep up and watch Raw. And then, you know, one time some football players in the back, I guess, overheard us. They're like, "Hey, what happened on Raw?" Like, you know, they were into it too, just
Mhm.
because at the height of the Monday Night Wars, where you know both companies were getting so much viewers that Monday Night Football was even thinking, "It's like, damn, we might need to change our night because like these
Yeah,
guys are killing us."
yeah, man. I mean, it's a trip, man. It's absolutely a trip, man. And we do wish him the best. This is huge news here. I have in the chat. I have in the chat my Matt Hardy interview. I'd love you to watch, and then I have an older Scott Hall, Kevin Nash interview from a bunch of years ago. I'll show you the picture from when that was. That was over here. That was the photo on the left-hand side. And once again, if you're just walking in, I mean, you may want to watch this from the beginning of this broadcast. But you know, he was busting my balls about that T-shirt, the Sneaker Addict T-shirt. He said, "Bro, man, where's my check? You know, where's
Yeah,
my check for who's gonna pay me for that check? You know."
yeah,
Um, but Kevin was like, "Nah, lay off him.
he's
He's good.
cool.
He's a good guy. You
Yeah,
know." And then he started busting Kevin's balls about LeBron James because he's a huge LeBron James fan,
yeah.
and he was saying how yeah, but Steph Curry, you know, was beating his ass, you know. Um, I'm sure Graham will get a kick out of that if he watches the playback. And we'll have Graham versus Grandma Betty, the sneaker battle on the Sneaker Addict next this coming Friday at 8:30 p.m. It'll be at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. You know, he's a West Coast guy, so
You know,
that's how it goes down.
to me, pro wrestling is the best form of entertainment. I mean, I watch that probably most throughout the week compared to other shows, you know, where some people are always like, well, I got these shows that I'm watching is all like, well, I'm not there to make it. My DVR is mostly full of what happened
Mhm.
in the world of wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, man, they're really hurt by this. Um and We'll see. I'll keep you posted, guys. We'll see how this video does. Hit the likes, share these. If this does well, it'll let me know to, you know, continue this. Um, you know, of course, I'm going to continue this story when we hear more on his health. Yeah, Jimmy, do you want to plug anything? Are you good? You want to plug in? You're good.
I mean, I'll be back in the arena soon as far as the sneaker battle, and
Okay.
I haven't got like a whole stockpile of stuff, but I do got some stuff
Hmm.
that I recently got or whatever like that. So looking to plug those into a battle or to fit them into whatever questions may be asked.
Yeah. And yeah, man, make sure you follow my Twitter, Instagram. Please keep me posted on what's going on. Come back, leave your comments, refresh, watch from the beginning. Follow my Facebook over there in the corner, the real DJ Delz. Follow my Instagram, real DJ Delz. No, regular DJ Delz, and the Twitter DJ Delz. And I do have to pay for this StreamYard every month. So if you ever want to send a buck or two to the PayPal or the Instagram, send it, and write a little memo. Oh, this is from the Delz show. And I'll shout you out on the next show. Hawaii Rams fan, we're going to be live on the Sneaker Addict around 6:37. I'm going to shoot it on foot on these. I did get my pair today. Yeah, man, thoughts and prayers. And thank you guys for tuning in. Much love, guys. We out. Now go watch one of them. Go watch one of them interviews. There should be one. Oh, let me see the final score. Hold on.
Oh, the poll.
On the poll.
I voted Razor.
So my question was Scott Hall, NWO, or Razor Ramon. 58% out of 94 votes said Scott Hall, and 45% said Razor Ramon. I don't. It's really difficult for me to answer that. It
To
really
me,
is.
he was always Razor after he left. He still had the toothpick, the hairstyle. Only thing was missing was all the gold.
Yeah, you're right. He just didn't rock all that damn gold, right?
That may have been WWE's, and they're like, "Sorry, you can't take this with you."
Maybe. Maybe it was.
But
Maybe
I
it
mean, he
could
had
be the
a
case.
razor chain, which is really dope. Looking in that picture right there, and I'm all like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, that is fire. I think at one point they were selling like a mock-up one of those, like back in the days, one of them like replica chains.
They did that with Cena when he had that spinner medallion, which reminded me of the G Unit pendant. I
Oh
always kind
yeah.
of wanted to get that.
I
I'm
seen
at,
that guy West Side Gun. He had the NWO belt.
oh, did
Looked
he?
so cool. Yeah, it looked so cool. Like when he had it with the spray paint.
Yeah.
Like it actually looked really cool. I'm
I'm at
like,
the one
damn.
day get one of those titles.
I've always wanted one of those wrestling belts.
Oh, dude, they're so good, man. Like, I know some people, like, even when they get them, they'll go and have them re-leathered, and better leathered than what WWE or whoever has it.
Mhm.
Even the BMF belt from the UFC, I like that, but I don't like it for $700. How much they're charging for it?
Yeah, this guy, Tantalizing Tony, who's a friend of the show. He has a great YouTube channel too. Check him out if you're into wrestling. Tantalizing Tony. Tell him that DJ Delz sent you there. He's got a pretty nice collection of belts too. He definitely does.
I
But yeah,
think I
man.
may stick
Go ahead.
to if I collect the belts, maybe the ones that resemble the Wing Eagle title, because RVD
Mhm.
had a TV belt that had that eagle on it, and then the United States title from WCW had that eagle on it. It looked like a blend of the Intercontinental title and the WWE title when they had
Mhm.
it on WCW TV, and I was like, maybe that's what I'll go for. As far as like, I know some people that collect all the belts.
He said, I'm lost with all the daylight savings stuff. I hate that stuff. I wish we never had daylight savings. I don't know.
I got to reset all my watches and my car timer
Is
and
it really
everything.
necessary, daylight
No,
savings?
no.
Or
They
is it
just
just
do it to
it's
make
a
us
little
mad.
gimmicky? Are we really is it really worth all that?
Just they want the sun to come out at a certain time, and it's like, or for it to be later out. I mean, I think it'd still do that regardless of daylight
Yeah.
savings time.
You're just gonna wake up like this was an old idea that needs to be freaking. They need to pull the plug on that fucking idea of daylight savings. It's
It's
like
like
some old bullshit.
maybe they have stock in it. Somehow they're all like, well, we have this much into it, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue pressing it.
Yeah, it's the worst daylight savings. So what do
Hmm.
we lose an hour tonight? Gain an
We
hour?
already did.
Oh, it's already done.
Yeah, it's already done. So it's gonna be the sun's gonna be out later now. So like
Oh, well,
probably like,
that's good.
yeah,
So what's the deal with the daylight savings? We
spring forward, fall back. So in the spring we jump an hour, and so we lose one, and in the fall we gain an hour.
okay. So right now it would be normally two. Well, for me it's 2:26. It would normally be, but right now it's 3:26.
Yeah, it'd be three
Because
twenty
the
six my time.
computers, at least, you don't have to adjust the computers.
Mm-mm.
I think my car adjusts itself too.
Oh, mine doesn't. I just left it there like how it
Mhm.
is, and then every time it corrects itself, or I'm an hour back.
Mm. I
Because
still can't believe that damn Sting jump, man.
I met
Sting.
Sting. I met Sting before. He's a cool guy.
I always wanted to meet him, but he charges so much effing money.
Oh, I got lucky. Remember I did it at the auto show, and I just got my
Dude.
ticket and lined up as soon as I could.
See, what you got a lot of you're good at finding these kind of events where you're able to get like the freebies and like you got that Jeff Hardy 3 autograph. That was so awesome that you were
It just
able to
popped
get.
up like on Facebook. I saw it because I was already going to Money in the
Yeah.
Bank, and maybe the algorithms told me like, "Hey, you might like this," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go to Jeff Hardy."
Look, more people are coming in here now. This is what always happens. About to leave, and then we have 40 in here now.
Put coins in the meter, guys.
Yeah, throw some coins in the meter. Also, for people that are just walking in here, unfortunately, the great Ramon Scott Hall had 3 heart attacks after complications with a hip surgery and some sort of blood clot situation. Now is on life support. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about Sting. Is Sting kind of continuing his legacy by actually really wrestling, like putting in work? Some are saying it's a little too much. It's a little dangerous. I'm going to play this clip one more time, and I'd like y'all to entertain this. Is he doing too much where you guys are a little bit concerned, or is he just kicking ass and being the rock star he is? Let me know. I'm going to take a leak. 1 second.
All right, let's react to this right here. People keep telling me I got to react to this. Oh my God. This dude is wild. He's 60-something years old. Bang! Holy shit. Stinger.
Dude is wild. He's 60-something years old. Bang! Holy
Stinger.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt, and I am hanging out with DJ Delz.
And we can't wait to see the Hardys back. We're going to see them back?
We cannot wait. Every Saturday. Every Saturday, yeah. On the Twitter and Instagram. I do Hardy memories, until we reunite, which is more.
And once again, shout out to Matt Hardy, man. Watch that interview. It's linked in the description. It's a 25-minute interview. We talk about Matt Hardy's first concert he ever went to, hanging out with Pearl Jam, him and Jeff Hardy backstage. My interviews are different than other interviews if you're new to the channel. We don't talk a lot about wrestling because I'm trying to get, some different type of answers. I feel like a lot of interviews, we get the same shit over and over again. Yo, what up?
I'm sure they've heard all the same questions too.
Mm-hmm.
So presenting them with different ones is, cool.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get the two of them together eventually, and I'm really hoping to get an interview with Jeff Hardy. I think me and Jeff Hardy will have an amazing interview, being that we're so passionate about music and art. I wish Jeff would sell his artwork.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he doesn't sell his prints.
We could do like an Etsy shop, and that thing would be gangbusters.
Yeah. If anyone knows how to get a hold of Jeff Hardy, please hit me up, because I know people will watch this on the playback. I'd love to get an interview with Jeff and also get some of his art. If anyone knows how to get some of his art, I have a lot of nice art behind me here. The Sneaker Addict on YouTube. That was a crazy high stunt, but we got to keep in mind these guys are doing like stunt work, so keep that in mind. I'll be on the Sneaker Addict on YouTube probably in a couple of hours. I'm going to film it on foot on these. And I don't know if you guys want me to do like a pick one with the royalties on feet. I already did the taxi one a long time ago, but maybe we'll do the royalties too. But yeah, I'm still a little bit under the weather. I need to just rest for a second. I'm exhausted off of this shit. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Much love out there. Thoughts and prayers to Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. I hope, I know this got to be horrible for Kevin Nash and Diamond Dallas and all the guys that have real friendships with this man. He used to sell his art. Well, yeah, he did. And he had like cards and stuff. But yeah, man, I'd love to get a print from him. Hopefully I can one of these days. I'll see you guys later, man. DJ Delz, Jimmy the Saint. Check out Jimmy the Saint on Instagram too. Yes, Lori. And watch this broadcast from the beginning. And don't forget, guys, once again, because some of you may just be walking in, if you want to watch my interview with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash together, and I'm literally with them, watch that. And then we have the Matt Hardy interview, which is fantastic. And I'm way more polished on that interview. That's that link. Guys, have a great day. Be safe out there. Call a loved one, man. This is a lesson too, man. Call a loved one because you don't know. Tomorrow's not promised, all right? Love.